the Chase Thomas Podcast, for people who have nothing but time to kill.
There is a big-time extension for the New England Patriots this past week. So Kyle Duggar gets a big money extension with the Pats. Do you like this deal for New England, sir?
Yeah, I love it. Kyle Duggar is one of my favorite players to watch in the NFL, just off of his versatility and being able to match up against tight ends or big slot receivers, but still be versatile enough to fit the run really well. He fits what New England wants to be defensively. And for a team going through a lot of transition, like the Patriots are, they're kind of getting the old guard out and getting the younger guard in. Him being there as an established vet is going to really help Jerod Mayo and being able to help shape that team in his image. Honestly, the money really isn't that big of that bad of a thing. No total guaranteed money, none fully. Like, it just feels like a good extension for both sides.
I think it's big, and it's also someone who, when you think about the Pats' defense of late, like, he's kind of forgotten. Why do you think he's not more of a star? Because you've had some Pat defenders who've become stars in that organization because they've just been so good all across the board. I mean, why do you think he's not? Is there something about his play style that just doesn't make him a national name? Why do you think Duggar is not a bigger national guy?
It's really hard for a safety to get as much national recognition as a corner because they don't really rack up a lot of big numbers or interceptions. But Kyle Duggar is also very kind of soft-spoken. He plays for the Patriots, who kind of resemble a very like amoebus, like blob of robots at a certain point where like nobody is bigger than the group. But he is one of the better safeties in football. His ability to match up, like I said, on bigger tight ends and slot receivers, but not be a liability in the run game makes him extremely versatile in an era where there are a lot of guys who can't do that. They can either match up on safeties or slot receivers or fit the run really well. Duggar can do both.
Is he someone that you think will age well at the Pats? Do you think his skill set and his frame will age well in New England, or do you think he's someone to watch long term?
Yeah, I think it will, because Kyle Duggar is also a big dude. Like, I believe he's like 6'2", 220. Like, if that speed starts to go away, you can turn him into another versatile box defender because of how the Patriots play their defense and how kind of collegiate it is, while at the same time basing in NFL principles. You can move Kyle Duggar down to the second level. You can make him an overhang defender, and you won't lose a step.
Interesting. Jarrett, what do you think about the Kyle Duggar extension in New England?
New England, I mean, it's one of those teams where I don't anticipate them to be good, but for the first time in a little bit, they at least have something interesting about them where, you know, they're going into this whole new thing with Jerod Mayo, no more Belichick and whatnot. They got pieces on the defensive side of the ball with Duggar, Christian Gonzalez coming back from injury, Matt Judon, who's kind of flown under the radar as one of the better edge rushers in the NFL. So they got pieces on that side. My interest with them more so, though, is on the offensive side of the ball and depending on what they do in the draft. And when you look throughout the rest of that division, like, okay, well, the Jets have gotten much better. The Dolphins are still going to be in the mix. Buffalo's won the division for 4 consecutive years. Like, I don't expect much from New England. And this is very much a year in which they lay a foundation for, you know, a new era. And, you know, if they do well, I think a 5 or 6 win season where they're scrappy and they are at least a tough hang every Sunday is a successful year. But yeah, in that division, going into this season with a rookie and was it Jacoby Brissett who they brought back? Like, it's, I don't know, man. If they can get 5 to 6 wins, show clear progression throughout the year, then that's a job well done for year one under Jerod Mayo.
I think so, but I think it's gonna be hard, man. I
think so too.
That division's gonna be better again this year. I don't see the wins for this Pats team. I think they're gonna be really bad, but we'll see. Ultimately, like, let's see what they do at quarterback. Like, we have no idea what this.
Nicely done, nephew. The Chase Thomas Podcast. Hell yeah.